Hey everybody, this episode of the What Are We Watching podcast is brought to you by Pop Life.
Yeah, Carlin turns on the TV, Christian flips off the screen, cause there's no good children's shows that he's seen. We've got dogs with blogs, superheroes in the ER. All dads are dumb and kids have better PR. Carlin just smile, Christian sits with the scowl. He complains to his son, all the kids should suck now. They sit and discuss the show's plus and minuses while you listen or watch on YouTube to the arguments. Who is right? Is it the son or the dad? Either way you get to laugh knowing Christian is mad. So pull up a chair, get the corner poppin'. Here's a new episode of What Are We Watching?
Hey guys, Pop Life is a great website to visit if you are a dad and need a t-shirt, or you need to buy t-shirts for a dad. Pop Life makes wonderful dad t-shirts with great slogans for dads, and I'm going to put some of them on CJ's face right now. And if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, you just need to go to poplife.com. That's POPLYFE.com. They've even joined us at Plaid Dad Blog, our main website, in our summer of giveaways. So you have two options to win a free Pop Life t-shirt. Just go to plaiddadblog.com and on the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address. And for a second chance, go to summerofgiveaways.com and enter there. You'll be entered twice to win some Pop Life t-shirts. You'll also be entered to win a Mighty Mug, a Stanley vacuum-sealed thermos. We have iTunes gift cards. We've got Entourage CDs. We've got Transformer gift pack. My head's going to explode trying to remember all of the awesome free stuff we're giving away. So help support the What Are We Watching podcast by going to poplife.com, going to summerofgiveaways.com, and you know what? Why not go to plaiddadblog.com and see all the articles myself and my partner Aaron write every week. Thank you for listening or watching the What Are We Watching podcast. And now let's talk about some of these horrible TV shows.
They're not horrible.
They're horrible.
No, they're not.
They are.
No.
Cut.
What are we watching?
Hey guys, thank you for joining us for the first mini episode of the What Are We Watching podcast. This is my co-host, Carlin Jackson. Say hi, Carlin.
Hi, Carlin.
Genius. And this is where we watch all of the horrible TV shows, kids' TV shows that my son loves, and I think are a pile of hot garbage.
It is definitely not hot garbage.
Just cold garbage, then.
No, none garbage.
No, regular in the trash canned garbage. So, this is where I talk about these horrible TV shows and why I hate them. And Carlin tries to dissuade me, sway my opinion, tell me why he likes them. Last week, what episode did we watch?
Casey Undercover.
Right, we watched the season 1, episode 1, the pilot of Casey Undercover for our episode 1 at the What Are We Watching podcast. And to sum up that show, basically it's a teenage daughter who is cursed with horrible parents.
They're definitely not horrible parents.
They're definitely horrible parents. They're parents that put their child in danger when they could do the job themselves.
They let their kid be a spy.
You're making my point for me. That's dangerous. It's bad parenting.
No, that's good.
You think if I let you be a spy, that'd be good parenting?
Yes. More privileges.
More privileges. Yeah, like laser wristwatches. Now, one of the comments that we got on this episode was the guy loved that you talked, and I'm sorry I don't have his username right in front of me. He loved how you explained James Bond. Do you remember how you explained James Bond?
I don't think so.
I said, do you know who James Bond is? And you said, yeah, he's the guy that stars in Skyfall. And I was like, no, he's the character in Skyfall that somebody plays. And you're like, yeah, that's what I said. All right, so Anyway, on the What Are We Watching podcast, I watch these shows. Carlin talks about how great they are. I tell you what they are honestly. And then you can comment on the episode, and then we will bring up your comments, hopefully with your username, on the next mini episode. So this episode, we're not going to talk too much about Casey Undercover because Carlin's been away for the last week and a half, and honestly, I haven't seen him. He just got back in town, so I just want to know, Carlin, where have you been and what were you doing?
Well, it took us 2 days to get all the way to Branson.
Branson, Missouri.
And when we were at Branson, we went to Silver Dollar City, and we saw the Cloggers and their show.
Right, okay. And Silver Dollar City is basically like Busch Gardens to us.
A little bit.
Right, okay.
Except they have a little more stuff happening.
Entertainment.
Because they have like their own blacksmith and everything.
Right, okay. So it's like a old-timey kind of, like an old like cowboy town kind of place.
Yes, because they also have rides called like Outlaw Run.
Right. Okay, so what is some of the other stuff you did in Silver Dollar City? Who'd you see? What'd you see?
So we went on a few rides.
Okay.
And they were fun. But for some reason, they were a lot more entertaining than one of the rides I went to Busch Gardens. Because for some reason, it shook you around a lot, one of the rides I rode.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Was it like a wooden roller coaster or something?
It wasn't wooden, but it went pretty fast and it shook you around.
Shook you around a lot?
Yes.
But now I also saw pictures. You got to see the Harlem Globetrotters again, correct?
Yes, we did.
And I saw a guy like standing next to you. He's like 7.5 feet tall. Your face was like at his waist.
And his name was Stretch.
Oh, that sounds appropriate for Harlem Globetrotter. And he was also holding your baby brother, who's almost 2 years old, like an exploding basketball. Like, yeah, I'll hold the baby. I don't know what to do with this. Take it away. So what's some of the other stuff y'all saw in Branson? Did you go fishing or anything like that?
We did go to the fish hatchery.
Okay, well, what's there?
Lots of fish. They have rainbow trout. Yes, very much sense. And they keep some of the trout in this big tub, and then as they grow older, they move them to different tubs.
Right.
They're already more open. And they have lots of them.
Lots of fish. So they're basically making fish for people to eat, right? But they're just growing them in the fish hatchery, and so you don't have to catch them with a rod and reel, basically.
Well, they said they actually want you to catch them.
Oh, like you can fish at the fish hatchery?
I don't think so.
Do they put them in lakes for people to fish? Is that what they do?
I'm not sure. I just went on a tour.
I think you're missing a key point from the tour. I think somebody wasn't listening to part of it. Because either they're sending them to stores for eating, or they're putting them in a lake for somebody. I don't know. You're not too sure on that one, are you?
No.
All right. So where else did you go after Branson?
So after Branson, we went to Kansas City and stayed at my aunt's house.
Uh-huh. And did you do anything fun there, or just kind of hang out at home?
We kind of hanged out, and then... so we hung out there, and then we went to this big mall.
Crown Center, probably, because I've been there before.
Crown Center. Oh, and we went to the Lego store, and my mom was make these little Lego minifigures.
Cool. Pretty neat. Anything else y'all do there that was interesting in Kansas City?
Yes. We went to this fun place that was crowded though. It was telling stories about your childhood, like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom.
Oh, like story time kind of place?
Yes.
Now, I saw a cool picture of a restaurant y'all ate at. What was the deal with that?
It was Fritz, and there's a train that went by and delivered your food.
Just a real-size train delivering your food?
Not a real size. It was actually small.
Oh, okay. And how did it deliver your food?
it ran on this big track, and it had a little bar on the side of it.
Oh, so on the ceiling it ran around.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then it had this little like mat that had your food on it, and then your gate drops down, so the food would stop and
Awesome.
stay on your own mat, and then it would lower down, and you just grab your food.
Oh, cool. That sounds pretty cool. And you did all this without me.
Yes.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. All right. So I'm glad you had fun in Kansas City. Did you have any good Kansas City barbecue while you were there?
No.
No? Well, I'm glad you didn't bring me, because that is an entirely wasted trip to Kansas City.
Fine.
You drove halfway around the country and didn't have any barbecue?
No.
Wasted trip. Glad I didn't go.
I don't get why that's a problem.
It's Kansas City. They do one thing awesome, and it's barbecue. It's really wonderful. Burnt ends. You have to go to a place called Arthur Bryant's, get the burnt end sandwich. They smash it down with their handprint in the bread. It's horrible. It's probably not clean, and it's wonderful.
I don't get why you just said that. You said something bad and something good.
Yeah, it's like these TV shows we watch. So, back to the What Are We Watching podcast. Thanks for just listening to us talk, because that's what we're going to do on the mini episode. So, on the What Are We Watching podcast, we watch these horrible garbage shows that Carlin likes. They're garbage shows. And then I talk about why I and most other parents hate them. Now, if you leave in the comments what show you would like us to watch, we will watch that show on one of the upcoming episodes of the What Are We Watching podcast. Just don't say Caillou. Every parent says Caillou because Caillou's horrible. We all hate Caillou. I get it. Maybe on our 50th episode, we will try to tackle that little bald, bad baby, Caillou. Now, on the next episode, we are going to be watching one of Carlin's favorite shows,
Mighty Med.
Mighty Med, which is talked about in our theme song when it says there's heroes in the ER. So we will be watching an episode of Mighty Med. If you look in the links below, we will give you the link to YouTube where you can watch it. We know some people don't have cable, or you cut cable to save money, or you just don't want the Disney Channel. I get that. So you can find full episodes of Mighty Med on YouTube. We will give you the season, episode, and link in the info below. Just go to that. If you're on LiveSim listening to the podcast, go there and it'll have the link. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on whatareWatching.com, and it'll be on plaiddeadblog.com when we post this there. Anything else you have to say about this mini episode of the What Are We Watching podcast, Carlin?
I don't think so.
You're good. Now that
Yes.
you've done your travel log of Kansas City and Branson.
Yes.
Okay, we got to figure out where those fish are going in that fish hatchery. Thank you for listening to our mini episode. The next mini episode, we will have as many comments as we can from you, and we will talk about them and discuss them. If you want, watch episode 1 and watch Casey Undercover. The link for that is in the YouTube description. So thank you, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Subscribe to our YouTube page or else.
This production is brought to you by the Plaid Dad Blog Podcast Network. For more information, visit plaiddadblog.com.